It is the 29th of January 1940, and most of the combined fleet is back in port. Things haven't gone to plan for the Japanese Empire, especially for the Navy. The first strike fleet under Ozawa has made a strategic blunder. He was engaging an American force around the USS West Virginia with only half his forces, while he was supposed to be rendezvousing with the second force in Palau. That engagement went poorly, and if we're looking at his force right now, especially the Kirishima has been taking Kongo-class battlecruiser has been taking some severe hits and is going to be in need for lengthy repairs. But Yamashiro, which is a Fuso class, has also taken quite some severe damage, and we have lost, I think, a grand total of 16 destroyers and 4 light cruisers. So this was an American victory, and in combination with the fact that we currently absolutely have no fuel, we are going to ground the fleet in Kanto for now, and we are actually going to make some rearrangements. So we'll see what we can salvage from Ozawa's first strike fleet while everything else gets repaired, and we are going to bolster the where is it here? We're going to bolster Yamamoto's carrier groups and get them to. So they are currently docked in Kanto, but we are going to bring whatever is remaining on the first strike force, which is not in dire need of repair, and get that moved over to Yamamoto's force. So any kind of destroyer that we can once they're in Kanto, then we can just rearrange things. Okay, so we're going to be doing that. The second thing that we'll be needing to do, and Ozawa, for his failure, is going to be put on desk duty for now. Until we have once again sufficient forces to sally out. But we're going to be relying on our Air Force. Which reminds me, somebody mentioned, and thank you for that, I did not realize that, the Philippines is actually its own air zone. So unlike the smaller islands here, which do not have their own air zones, the Philippines have their own air zones. So me doing port strikes in the South China Sea is actually completely ineffective. I mean, I'm not currently, but the port, especially the Manila port that I'm after, and I don't know if the Americans are docked here, but we're going to focus. What do we have around here? We do have fighters, some close air support, which is, I mean, there are some ports here, but they're not going to. They might be in range of the close air support. So we're going to redirect these two into the Philippine air zone. And you as well. Oh, he can't reach. Okay, so yeah, he doesn't have range for that anyway. We might actually just take that mission off, because I think there's just not enough range here. But the tactical bombers are now going to go into port strikes and against the Philippines, and hopefully manage to catch some Americans unawares. Do we have any more? And I think the fighters can. We'll get them to on interception, but they also can't reach. So we're just going to get them to the South China Sea, and these guys are going to not be doing anything right now, because there isn't really an awful lot. They just don't have the range to do very much. We do have the carriers here, obviously, with their respective loadouts. We also have 3 more. We have 3 more. They don't need to do port strikes, but they can do naval strikes. We've got 3 more tactical bomber wings here, and we've got 1 more here. Now, it is entirely possible that the Americans are in port at Guam, and it would be nice. Now, the question is, what is our naval supremacy in this region? Not great, because there's naval supremacy is at 6%. So we would need to bring some troops over. So I think we're not going to risk trying to use our garrison divisions. We're going to have to do an actual proper naval invasion using the right kind of troops. So these guys can go back into the Yeah, we'll reassign them, and then they will be just on defense duty. We do have troops on most of these islands, so this should be all right. But we will need our Marines to do the heavy lifting. Now we do have some fighters here who are training, and we've got some tactical bombers here who are training, so they're not ready to do anything. We do have some naval bombers who are currently sitting here, wherever here is, somewhere in the Bismarck Sea. I'm not super familiar with these. These are the Carolines. Okay, Caroline Islands, I have heard. Were there any American possessions in the Bismarck Sea? I think not. So I am going to relocate this wing over here, and then we're going to see if they can do port strikes in Guam as well. So they'll be moving over to Saipan, and then we'll see if that happens. Do we have any more air that we can abuse? We do have a tactical bomber wing, and I think somebody mentioned there was a French port that I missed. Yeah, there it is. But I think our tactical bombers don't have range to do anything actually from where they are currently. There's also this, which belongs to the UK, and that is a naval base. So, but I haven't seen much in terms of the Brits at this point. The question would be, could I reach that French airbase? And I think we may try to, because we've seen the Béarn, the French carrier with its group. I think I'm going to leave these on naval strikes for now, and just in this naval region, and we'll see if we can catch somebody unawares. This was naval bombers, and they are also on naval strikes in the Straits to see if they can catch anything. And I think that pretty much concludes our air. Yeah, I would like to see if I can get I cannot target Guam explicitly. So I don't think that it is possible for I think that they are part of the just the naval region. So what we're going to be doing going forward is we will repair as we go, repair, refit, and once everybody has reached Kanto, then we will try to see if we can get a strike force, a viable strike force going. And we're also going to have to fix our oil trade, because this is currently not working. So I'm going to cancel that. And what I'm going to do, I think somebody mentioned that if I prohibit my convoys from using either, can I do that? Let me see if can I, because they would have to go through here, right? So if I'm going to block, then no trade routes are going to go through the Red Sea. And if I'm going to block the Cape as well, then that means no trade routes are going through there either. So now, if we are going to once again set up oil trade with the Soviet Union, would they, I mean, I don't want them to go the other way either. So, okay, hang on. We've got more places. This Argentine coast, no, you're not allowed to go through there. And no going through the Suez Canal either. Okay, so now we've got that sorted. Let's see if we can still, yes, we can still trade with the Soviets for oil. Yeah, so let's get an additional amount of oil. Yeah, we are running relatively low on convoys, honestly. Let's get a reasonable amount of oil from the Soviets and see if that is going to work. I wonder if I can actually see where that convoy route is going. It would have to go, I mean, these are just my supply routes that I see here. My thinking was that they should be able to ship it through here. right? Because there's no reason why they shouldn't be able to, and it's over. Their oil production is over here. The other thing that we might be doing, I've been considering, is that gets us into the land situation. So let's see how that works out for now. But I want to stop the bleeding with the transports. So I have been thinking that I need to rearrange the front lines here, because that is an absolute mess. So that front line needs to go. All these front lines need to go, and then. Honestly, I am considering at this point to use the Third Army to push further here and to take over Iran, because Iran, where's the resources? Iran has a relatively decent amount of oil as well. This is all from the Soviets, but Iran has a decent amount of oil, and it brings us close to the British ports here. So we might be able to cut, which was our long-term strategic goal anyway. So. We may be able to get that done sooner rather than later, and just we might just take over Afghanistan as we go anyway. But from here we have a border with Iran, so we should be able to. What is the supply hub situation there? It's sort of connected-ish, but of course this is all pretty dreadful. But yeah, getting that under control. We might be able to eventually cut off the British from the Suez Canal once we get here. So that brings us actually into a land border there. So that's something I probably want to be doing. But first and foremost, we need to severely clean up these regions here, and let's make sure we've got everything sorted. We have taken Ahmedabad, I believe it would be pronounced. So let's get some more troops actually heading down the coast to Bombay, which is the current capital. And I'm thinking of removing the First Army from this front completely, and just having the rest of them sort this out. So let's see if we can push that a little closer, because we do have troops here we do have troops here, plus we do have the whole First Army actually coming along here as well. So all these guys can just help mopping this up, and then we can get the First Army reassigned. But yeah, let's get the Third Army front line here removed, and then we're going to get the Second Army front line extended down south here, and they already extended over there, and then we can also remove that front line. Okay, and I think there was another one that's a little bit unwieldy, that front line. Okay, so that's sorted. I thought I deleted those up there north, didn't I? Delete those front lines, we don't need them. Okay, so once we close these pockets, I'm going to get the Third Army to prepare an invasion against Iran. We can already, what's it going to cost us? 10 days. Okay, so we can at any point in time invade Iran if we see fit. We also kind of need to wipe out Bhutan at some point, but you know, I'm mildly busy. Let's get at least that wiped out, and yeah, maybe we'll just do it since we're here. So they can't have an awful lot, right? So what if I just take these 4 divisions, make that 5 divisions. I'm going to give you a front line against Bhutan, so when we get you to move there, and then we will just attack them when we're ready. There are still some troops over here that I missed earlier, so these guys can be assigned to that front line already. So they'll be moving over. Did I? Yeah, they should be assigned now. So they'll be moving over. We have wiped out the remaining Raj troops up north here. So let's get everybody assigned to their actual front lines now. These guys can be assigned to this front line as well. And these guys can be assigned here. So we're just going to get them to sort this all out. and then get into position. Oh, he's already doing that. Okay, perfect. So these two are already assigned to the front lines. Everybody else who's missing their front line, you two can be assigned here. No, I want you assigned to this front line. There we go. And do we have any more troops around here? Yes, we do. But this is kind of necessary here. So we're actually going to see if we can get an encirclement going here. We do have 2 divisions here, so let's keep pushing them. Is there anything important? We do need to wipe out that French port there. That should also remove the carrier threat. So for now, we're just going to keep pushing them south. And we're going to do the same with anybody else. All right. Where are the supply lines? There aren't any, to nobody's great surprise. We have 2 divisions here, so we can start surrounding the remaining troops here. We might actually just meet up here in the middle. There, and that should do it from there. And you can attack in the meantime, while everybody else up north is getting themselves organized. All right, so that's that sorted out. These troops are attack these guys. You attack these guys from here. No, over here. No. You attack here. You attack there. And everybody else. These guys aren't doing anything sensible. So I'm gonna get them to join here. And these can do the same. Yeah, everybody just make sure that gets wiped out. Hang on, no, I moved. Didn't I move? Didn't I move some of these? Okay, no. These were supposed to go. We're supposed to go here. Yeah. Confusion. Okay, so we get that sorted. We've got. Oh, what's going on here? What's Free France doing up here? Excuse me, Free France? I didn't even notice that. Okay, I am not sure what's going down here, but it looks like we appear to have lost some of our territory here. So that's unfortunate. Let's get that sorted out. That is just a very minor. Yeah, I know. Okay, we don't want that to happen. Okay, let's just get let's use some of these troops that we're having stationed right now here. Recapture that port and mop up this little French incursion. I didn't even notice that. There was no invasion warning, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm not sure what happened there. We're going to get 1 division from here just sidelined into that. There can't be an awful lot, right? So let's just get that sorted over there. I did not notice that they were invading us there. In the south, we are wiping out the remaining, what are these, Philippine troops over here, who are pretty well entrenched, but we should be able to get them dug out from there, and then we will try to get some more encirclements going and get these troops here sorted out, and yeah, just complete our conquest. Just make sure we capture all the coastline and that they have nowhere to escape to. We have managed to get everything up north here sorted out, so this is just a matter of mopping up at this point. We can already plan. Is there a port? No, there's no port. Where's the port? We do need to get across to wherever else these people have oil. Because oil, as usual, is my biggest concern here. There's plenty of oil and rubber here, so where are we going to invade next? What is the best route here? There's a port here, and we might be able to just hop over. The thing is, I do want to get the Philippines out of the way, so I am once this is done, I'm going to get my Marines from here to actually move up, probably here. And set up an invasion, and then we will once these guys here are done dealing with the French, then we will also be able to have that sorted out. I have a unit from the 5th Army here. I'm not quite sure why I do that, but I do. Most of them are sitting still in the home islands, and are kind of in reserve at this point, just in case there's anything happening that we need to worry about. Who do we have in training right now? We still got 1 million. We are still training the what are they missing? Support equipment. It looks like I'm mildly short on, what's my logistics situation? Yeah, I am short on support equipment. We are actually, is this a resistance problem? Let's have a look. Resistance, because we are obviously conquering large new territories. We do have some resistance issues around here. What's their resistance target? 25. Okay. What is the general situation in the occupied territories? So in China, we have a very decent compliance level by now. We don't have an awful lot of problems with garrisons. We're not currently using anybody because we're using our puppets for garrisoning. So this is just really a production issue. So let's see if we can. Yeah, let's get. Yeah, I'm not sure why this is producing so little. Let's get 2 more factories on support equipment once we have them free. And what's our construction like? We're still constructing railroads, and then we'll be ramping up our dockyards. The other thing that we need to look at is our ship production, because obviously we are taking losses and we are going to need more and better ships. So what's our Navy currently looking like? We are actually reasonably okay on scout groups. We've got one more scout group coming up. So I think I am going to create one more of the Yunsen class, and then we're going to close this line. We still need definitely more of the Shimushu class destroyers. And but I am at this point contemplating to cancel the remaining Mogami refits, because we're taking attrition in our submarine fleets, and these have actually been very successful. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cancel these refits. Okay, there's actually progress here. Why is there already progress on these? I'm currently refitting with progress. Why are they all having progress already? That is strange and confusing, because I haven't actually assigned any dockyards to them, right? Why are they already having progress? I mean, these guys are obviously going to be finished. They are almost done. Okay, so these have started refitting. So yeah, we're going to cancel the remaining refits because we are getting reasonably close to the next cruiser tech. Because I think I am getting I'm getting a boost from one of the things that I was doing. So once these are complete, we are going to start building the Kaidai 4 class of submarines. We're going to start building the Akatsukis, and hopefully also the Yamamoto. And we will have a new carrier. We are currently researching the 1940 carrier hull. So that's going to be the Shokaku class of carriers. And we're going to start building those as well. So yeah, there's going to be some stuff that we want to be doing. So, but yeah, let's get that all sorted. Okay, once we have some combat, we have some spotting in the Philippine Sea. Yes, obviously the Americans. There's USS Augusta. It would be actually nice if we could catch these unawares. There are many ships. There are many ships that are currently, because we did do some damage to the Americans as well. I just don't know where they're going to be docking, but we will keep an eye on them. But we also just severely out of fuel. This is who are we engaging here? We are hunting American submarines. So this is actually a submarine. Yeah, we've got some planes in the air. And we've got some of our destroyers trying to do something about the submarines, but I think these guys are managing to escape, if I see that correctly, because they haven't even been able to spot them. So we're just chasing some submarines away. Here we are engaging troop convoys. Here we are engaging troop convoys. This is the one we just looked at, and in the Bismarck Sea we are engaging troop convoys. So we will keep up the submarine harassment and see if our Air Force can have some successes. And yeah, we are so completely out of fuel at this point that we're gonna have to see if that situation gets a little bit better. Okay, so let's unpause that, and we are probably going to keep an eye on the situation. This situation worries me right now. We do have some troops here, so these guys can actually... oh, these aren't ours. Right, these are... that's something else. Okay, if we get these people going, there's a combat result. That's just convoy raiders. Port strike result. Oh, okay, so we are... we have sunk the S-23, an American submarine in port. Nice. And we have damaged a second submarine. So that is already starting... Any more? Or is it just still... Is it just not going away? Okay. And we have... Oh, this is the... Is this the French force? No. Oh crap. This is what I was afraid of. This is what I was afraid of that we'll be fighting. That's why I had initially split up Ozawa and Yamamoto. Because look at that. This is the Repulse, the Hood, the Renown. Bismarck hasn't done her job. They have four carriers, a whole bunch of cruisers, and this is a large part of the British fleet. We have managed to sink 2 convoys, and we have lost a submarine in the process. But that is a problem. So the British fleet is operating where I thought they were going to be operating. Ah, crap. Which means we are going to relocate our naval bombers to Burma and have them take naval strikes and port strikes if they can, because there is a British port here in the Bay of Bengal. Okay, that's unfortunate that there's this large British force. I don't have anything to oppose that right now, other than air. We have done a port strike against the Philippines. We have done some damage to USS Maryland. They currently have the Marblehead, San Francisco, and the Maryland in port. They're all damaged to some degree, but yeah, this is good. This is our Air Force doing what it is supposed to be doing. And this one is somehow still there, but I can't see it anymore. So we're just going to be doing that away and keeping an eye out on if there's anything else that we can see. Actually, it's really air-based. We don't see, I'm not sure about the... We have done some more spotting. We don't know yet what it is, but we've got some scout submarines operating there. Okay, but yes, we do need to keep an eye on our troops in India. And the other thing that we need to do, actually you can help out here and just wipe these out. The other thing we need to do is we need to set up our port defenses. So I think the colonial army is currently 17 divisions. They can do a bit more. They've got this under control, and this region here. They have 23 divisions, so they can do one more. Okay. And the Homeland Defense Force needs 52, and they're only at 42, so they're already stretched. Yes, we are going to... yeah, we're gonna get a couple more out. I am actually already, given that these guys are only waiting for the support equipment, I am going to get these already deployed, which means I've got these, and I am just going to join them with this army and get them to train up for now, while they're waiting for the remaining equipment to arrive. Okay, so that's something we can do. There's a decision available, and let's keep an eye. No, I don't want war propaganda. I'm not interested. I am waiting for 75 political power to expand and take that away from the French. But yeah, the British are the British are here in force. We are sinking their stuff, but that is obviously a potential problem. Now here it looks like somebody isn't attacking, so let's keep doing that. We are pushing them everywhere here, so that's good. And there's relatively little resistance on this side of the fence. That's just convoy raiders. Oh, our tactical bombers have managed to sink USS Snapper. Nice, I like that. So the Air Force is currently doing the job. Why are we still using fuel from? Who's currently using? The Navy is still using fuel. Why is that? Is that because of just literally these guys being out there? I have taken away their missions, so they should all be, yeah, so they are docked. They're currently docked in Kanto. How long is it going to take to get these repaired? This is a good question. Do I have enough dockyards on repair? I've got all 6 dockyards currently working on repair. 3 months, okay, to get the Yamashiro out. The rest is not so bad. Oh, Kirishima, 6 months. Yeah, there's a bunch of ships that are in need of repair, but it's not so bad. We're going to keep 6 dockyards on repair for now. And we're going to strip everything that is, especially a bunch of destroyers, are going to go over to Yamamoto. Now, we have carrier group 1, and I think I only have enough. Well, the problem with the fuel is that if I operate these really, really large groups, then things are going to get a little hairy. But I want more destroyers in carrier group 1, so let's begin with that. And strip away what we have here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And these 10 are going to join carrier group 1. And then we have these guys should now, they're reinforcing right now. And then whatever else is left that is currently not repairing, we are going to, these are heavy cruisers, aren't they? Yeah, these are all heavy cruisers. They're not particularly useful, but I'll take the light cruisers and whatever destroyers they have left. We're going to probably use the heavy cruisers on their own just for naval invasion support. And we're going to get these into carrier group 2. Carrier group 2 has currently 2 carriers, but is obviously short on everything else. So that's a bit of an issue. And yeah, Tosa herself is currently under repair. So we are a bit short here still. Do we have, yeah, these guys are just coastal defense ships that are just sitting there. They're not doing anything sensible. I might relocate these 2 actually, and see if I can just park them, because I do want to get around to, get across to Sumatra. So we'll move them over to Kalimantan and see if they can do anything useful over there. And then once our fuel situation has been, what's our oil trade? So that isn't actually working. Okay, so the Soviets cannot ship oil to us from here. Okay, so then there's no reason to do that. Let's stop that then. That gives us some more factories. That means we were just going to have to work with the oil that we are getting from occupying these territories. Unfortunately, that's 1.7k. That's enough for the air, just about, but the Navy is not going to be good on that. So we do need to trade for oil. Who else can we trade for oil with? We could trade with Venezuela. The problem is, that goes across the Pacific. At least that's better than going across the whole of the North Sea. So let's see if we can manage to actually. We could trade with Iran, but that would also be a naval route. So unfortunately, yeah, there's no possible possible trade route from there. We don't have a land route from Iran to trade with us. Not well. We will take over Iran, but we can try to trade with Venezuela for the meantime, and see if they can deliver us some oil, which should increase the amount that we're having available. Yeah, it's slow going, and sorry for that. If you're not used to the style that I'm playing it, I am taking it slow because I am controlling most of these things by hand. And yeah, there's reason. There is reason for my madness, because I like being in control of all those things. So it's just what I do. I think trying to keep it's another convoy raider. We've sunk 3 more convoys of theirs. Good. Yeah, there's definitely something British here ongoing, which I'm not happy about. Yeah, I like controlling things just because you get a much better overview, I feel. And we've sunk another submarine. Yeah, our planes, our bombers are more effective actually at sinking these things, and that is historically not inaccurate, because airplanes were an absolute threat to the submarines. The Germans had found that out after the British had finally convinced Bomber Harris to relieve some of his precious bombers from just bombing the Germans and using them to scout and find German submarines. Okay, we have struck Manila again. We have done some damage to USS Maryland. So yeah, it looks like these 3 ships are in port in Manila. So yeah, 3 ships in the Philippines. Click the icon and read the report. Right click to dismiss. I think that's the only one. Yeah, I don't know why it doesn't go away by itself. Yeah, so airplanes have historically been extremely efficient in... There's another one going on. There's troop convoys. We have more sightings of the Americans. And we're just engaging troop convoys. Okay. Yeah, so planes have been quite successful in strikes. Also, obviously, if you're striking ships that are... Oh, we found the French. If you are striking ships that are... actually, no, these are Filipinos. What are the Filipinos doing up here? I am not... And the Dutch are here as well. They might have just escaped over here. Yeah, okay. So... what was I saying? Yes, it's relatively difficult to do something against ships that are actively maneuvering, because ships are actively maneuvering, and we've got some French convoys. Okay, here we got some more stuff coming in. There's what are these, 2 carriers? No, these are cruisers. Minneapolis and Tuscaloosa. And there's the Omaha as well. And a whole bunch of destroyers. It'd be nice if I could catch these unawares at some point. This seems to have been mopped up, so I might as well just go here. And here, just follow these on and continue down south. There's no supply here, we know that much, and that's not an issue. But what we can do is actually start getting these troops, because we don't really need all of those. Let's move these here. Can we manage to get some more supply going from here, maybe by not using horses? That would be one way to do it. We can already get these troops. I mean, they are not Marines, but we can see, because we've been fighting so many Dutch here. I wonder if there's actually an awful lot remaining in Sumatra, and maybe we can just take it from them. So if we can get these units, these are from the 4th Army. Can we get them on a naval invasion from Kalimantan to Palembang, I believe? That would be one. So We've got 3 divisions of 4th Army. No, that's fine. 1, 2, 3. We can get this one on that as well. 4 divisions. Okay. So that's ongoing. Yeah, we are fighting the Philippines, the Filipinos up north here, and the Dutch, obviously. So let's see if we can get them out of their port, because if we can get them out of their port, we've got another sighting in the Philippines. Here, I'm just keeping an eye on where the Americans are. United States Reserve Fleet. Okay, so if they're already sending the reserves in, they must be desperate. They seem to have naval supremacy over the Bismarck Sea for some reason. Although I can't air supremacy, so I can't really see anything that would warrant why that would be. Okay, so these guys are taking over the port. We're just going to get 1 to move over there, and the rest of them to keep moving ahead. Okay, that's not going to work. So you belay that order. We do have we have lost the convoy, but our destroyers together with the air support have managed to sink yet another American submarine. Yeah, we are doing damage to their submarines, and we've been attacking Manila again. We've lost 2 bombers, and we've done some damage to USS Marblehead. So it looks like they might be actually starting to move them out from Manila because of the port attacks we've been doing, which is good. These troops are still moving. In position. Might as well just get these onto that as well. And then we wipe that bit out. Here, it's really just a matter of getting everybody sorted. Now we do need to move. We do need to move these troops back to their respective front lines over there, because that's immediately getting into very weird states if we're not doing that. So let's get that all captured. And get everybody moved up to the front. These guys are cleaning that all up here, so this is all good, which means these 2 divisions, after they've been wiping out whatever was left, can move to that front already. You can just take that out, and then the rest of them is moving forward, and we'll just move up all the way to Bombay. These guys are moving, actually, and we've got another division to catch this up, so we may as well actually cut through here. They are probably going to move further south, but it's going to take a while to capture the whole Indian subcontinent. There's a lot of subcontinent there to capture, so definitely going to take a moment. Anyone else who's unassigned, you can already, and you and you can already be assigned over here to that front line, and then we get that army on the move, because here at this point they don't need any help. We were just wiping out the remaining. They're surrounded. They're out of supply. What's our losses? We're still pretty good. We've only taken 15,000 losses, but we have inflicted 40,000 to the Dutch. The Dutch East Indies, and we have inflicted, who else we've been fighting? We've inflicted 5,000 Australian casualties, 40,000 British casualties. This is probably mostly on the water. 17,000 New Zealanders, and 20,000 against the Philippines, and already 6,000 against the Americans. So yeah, things are moving up in life as they go. Let's see if we can get this sorted out here. Oh, they've been reinforced, unfortunately, by the French. That is very unfortunate. We have sunk another submarine. So yeah, the Air Force, just letting the Air Force dealing with it is good. Why is the Navy still using so much fuel? Unfortunately, that is still too much fuel, and we're not fuel supplying things as we should be doing. That is just the gist of it. Are our convoys arriving from Venezuela? It doesn't look like just yet. Yeah, we're not getting any. Naval route efficiency is 0%. Oh, because I closed. Oh, that's because I closed the I closed the Suez Canal. Yes, obviously if we're trading with Venezuela, Terry, it's on the other side of the Suez Canal. So we need to rework that access route. And that should hopefully, does that sort itself out? Or do I need to reset that? I may need to redo that. So let's kill that. And see if that actually comes back online again. Doesn't look like it does. Let's give it a minute. No, I seem not to be able to trade with Venezuela. Why not? Maybe they can't get through the Suez Canal. Okay, let's open up this one as well. Can I now? Yes, now I can trade with Venezuela. So they need to go this route around. Okay, so Venezuela, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Send me 40 oil. Okay. And that gets us our daily gain up to 4.5k, which is just 1k under what we are actually getting. We keep sinking American submarines, and that is all well and good, and as it should be. And we're sinking French convoys as well. So on a small scale, things are working pretty well. This is just wiping things out. How is our battle here going? Could go better. Let's see if we can get the one division to surround them and then attack them from the other side. And yeah, we are getting some troops here to help out. And we're gonna get these guys and see if they can surround them here and then take them on. But hopefully these... Oh, Imamura is falling ill. That is unfortunate. It always is, because he's leading the 4th Army, which is doing all the fighting, which explains why he fell ill, because he's fighting in the jungle. Okay, we're just wiping these divisions out. They have nowhere to go, which means I can already get the Marine divisions into port here, and then get them to plan a naval invasion from Kalimantan. And we are going to invade Davao and see how that goes. How do you like them apples, America? So that's a thing. Why are these guys moving off again? I thought I had you assigned. I had you assigned to this invasion order, right? No, now I have 7 divisions. Okay, that's too many. Actually, you know, why not? Let's do it. I'm not sure where the other divisions are. Something became a little weird here. So you go there, and then just wipe everything out here. Then we've got these 2. Okay. The rest of them can just wipe things out as they go, I think. Yeah, there's not an once that's done up north there, there's not an awful lot going to be an awful lot of resistance left. So yeah, we're just wiping that out. We are sinking still French convoys, and that's more troop convoys. And we have our submarines have once again. They're starting to do some damage actually. They have damaged HMS Sovereign, Royal Sovereign, yeah, both of them, HMS Royal Oak and HMS Resolution. So there is definitely some damage happening while the submarines are retreating. So well done, my submarines. My submarines are doing great jobs, and we're sinking British convoys as well. At some point, they're going to start feeling that as well. We have lost 3 tactical bombers. This is the USS San Francisco and USS Maryland. I'm not sure where we engaged them earlier, but they have done some more damage to USS Maryland. And there is USS Fox and a bunch of destroyers and a bunch of cruisers. So definitely some result. We're starting to see some results from our air harassment. But yeah, currently we need to wipe out this incursion here. And I am sort of tempted. I do have this division here. I might as well just get them to move over there and then help and then assist with things as we go. So let's get them moving across. We are sorting things out in the south here, and the colonial troops are arriving to take over the garrisoning duty. So once the fighting corps has done what they needed to do, then we can delete that order. There are no divisions assigned to it right now. We're all doing this by hand at this point. So we'll just assist in... No. Attack there. No. Stop. Attack there, then there. No. Attack them here. And then follow up. Okay, I think they might not have enough. We are still... we've got 4 American submarines. Well done, our destroyers. We've lost the convoy, but we've sunk 4 submarines. The Mitsubishis are doing a good job here as well. That's just another Australian convoy. Okay, switching theaters. There's still some Raj troops here, so let's get these wiped out. This unit can go over already to the. And yeah, our supply in this region is understandably dreadful, but that's mostly because these aren't connected yet. Once we have that connected, we should be good to go. This is not working, so let's stop doing it. And we are coming under attack here, so they are definitely assisting. Let's see if we can get these guys wiped out. And we are going to need some more troops on these fronts to assist, but they have backed off from their position, so we can now get across the river and relieve our units on the other side. Okay, and these guys can go across. Do they actually have an attack order? Yes, they do. Okay, so we can now actually assist in these attacks here. Actually, we're going to send a 2nd division south and see if we can get them cut off here in the south. And we're just generally pushing the front forward. Is this one? This is one place, yes. Okay, we're pushing the front forward where we can. Where we're not coming across any kind of organized resistance. You can just clean that up. I'm just going to get you to march. I know it's the wrong army, but we are still... you can actually just get that sorted. We're still trying to clean that up. Okay, we can quickly justify on... Bhutan, just so we don't have that sitting around there. Send... while these troops are entrenching, they shouldn't be able to give us any organized resistance. So you can now go here and get that cleaned up. Okay, that's sort of the Indian front sorted out. What does it look like up north here? We are now from multiple directions trying to attack, and I think these attacks aren't going to work out. So why are they trucking there? Okay, I'm gonna need to give these. We're gonna get these to just clean up this this incursion here, and then get back to it. We've got these troops coming in here as well, and these 2 marine divisions are still trying to dislodge these French and what are these Raj troops down here? What are they even doing down here? I have no idea. We're sinking more American submarines. Manchukuo, you don't get to join the war, and neither do you. Stop asking me. And these guys are training. I'm going to send 2 more divisions. 2 more divisions to Hong Kong, just in case. Just in case this incursion turns out to be nastier than I thought it was going to be. Okay, so we've got these guys preparing. What's my status for my naval invasions? I keep forgetting how I can see that. Supply status is good. Okay, we're not yet prepared. And these guys These need to be assigned to this. Right. Okay. And these need to prepare that. And then these guys can invade in the north once we're done in the other corners of the world. This is all happening here. Let's see if we can get them surrounded and cut off while we're at it. I don't think there's. Yes, we've managed to we've managed to create a pocket out of some remaining Raj troops up north here. So let's make sure that we get this wiped out. And you can attack here as well, and that'll secure those supply lines. They shouldn't have an awful lot remaining in terms of troops. So these are not moving. Okay, perfect. And we'll just keep an eye on naval things. Oh! Bigger engagement. We have been defeated by this British group here. So because they obviously have a strike force of their own. So so we have lost 3 submarines. Oh, that hurts. We have lost 10 destroyers. Wow. These were my escort destroyers, and we've lost 3 tactical bombers at the cost of 3 convoys and 1 naval bomber. I think we're going to have to withdraw our submarine operations, because that has severely. Yeah, the problem is. So the problem is. We have supply lines running through here as well. So the 3rd Fleet has just lost a whole escort group. They are going to have to stop escorting in this region, as much as it pains me. And I am almost thinking of stopping submarine operations here. Well, we keep them going for a bit, because I think the submarines have some chance of getting out of there. But yeah, that is a bit of an issue. We do have that's just an engagement with that's the USS Maryland, the San Francisco, and that's that group. Okay, so our submarines have spotted them but aren't actually engaging because why not actually? What are my submarines' orders? Yeah, engage at medium risk. They could have taken those, I think. Well, they might have thought otherwise. So, okay. That is freight convoys. That is troop convoys. And we've spotted some more. Yeah, so the problem is I can't currently get the forces to defeat the British conclusively over here and fight the Americans over here. So, while that's ongoing, we're going to have to stop our convoy escort, which is going to cost us in convoys, unfortunately, which means we are going to have to ramp up our convoy production a fair bit, I'd say. So a couple of naval dockyards, next naval dockyards, are going into convoys. We do have another Shimushu, which is massively needed, so we'll get him to join there. These guys are supposed to just move. Are they in place, or where are they? They are almost in place. So these 2 are going to do naval invasion support. Naval invasion support here. And they're coastal defense ships. They're not going to be able to win a fight, but that's also not their purpose. They're just there for to make sure that the troops are getting across, and then they can the army is going to take it from there. Yeah, we are starting to see more and more. We have French tanks. Okay, so this is definitely a larger operation. Okay, Fifth Army deploy to Hong Kong. And wipe these French out. These 21, take a front line here. 21 divisions. and we're going to make very short work of whatever has landed here, because I am starting to get the impression that there's more stuff than I initially thought was going to be there. And I think I'm going to stop this attack for now, because we're not making progress here, and just hold these positions at this point. Yeah, just hold the positions. You move here, and we're just going to hold. Yeah, we're going to hold the positions until the 5th Army arrives. The first troops should be there in a minute, and then they can wipe out. How did the French get tanks in here? Across the ocean, apparently, obviously, but we don't know an awful lot about the Philippines. One thing I haven't checked in a while is if we have enough intel networks. No. What do we? Yeah, and our cryptology is still behind as well, because we are currently not upgrading the. We're currently not upgrading here because we have just a lot of things to build. Okay. We have sunk another the Americans are taking severe losses in submarines just from this. We have done some more damage to the HMS Royal Oak, but obviously haven't been able to sink anything. But it looks like, yeah, we have managed to get that sorted. So we're going to get these 3. How many more divisions can I? I've got 3 divisions here and 7 there. Okay, so that's all I can actually do. So once they are across, that's good. So then we just need to wipe out the remaining troops here. There's not an awful lot. I don't know how much the Philippines have left, but the 4th Army should be able to split their efforts. Can I see how long this is gonna take? How did I manage to see that? No. 4 divisions. Can I see how long this is? Oh yeah, there we go. 7 days out of 34. And here 14 days. So 9 more days, then we can start invading in the Philippines. And yeah, I'm going to pull the why the heck are they moving off? Stay there for now. Or maybe they moved off the port. Let's try to move them back in. No, they haven't. Okay, so just stay there. But we are getting the 5th Army troops. We're getting the 5th Army troops landing here in Hong Kong, and that should sort things out in this area. Okay, over to the theater here. We're getting these troops starting to come in place. We are just mopping up here. Okay, so that's good. We can try to get an encirclement going here. Oh, there's some actual British troops now. That's new. It's new and exciting. Let's start. No, that's across the river. So you just stay there. We've got actual British troops here, which means that where are their supply hubs? There's one there. So you can actually go here and then just follow the railroad and get these guys completely cut off from their supply lines. Given that we have the advantage in numbers at this point. So yeah, everybody else just move up. Okay, we've managed to encircle somebody there, which means we can use this division to just cut everything off there. Okay, sunk another submarine, 2 more convoys, and we have. Oh, we've lost another 3 submarines. In the Battle of Humea. Who have we engaged? The French. Yeah, the French are getting on my nerves, honestly. This group, I really want to get that group killed. And we are starting to be positive on fuel. So things are sorted to the point that I think... how is Strike Force 1 looking? I do have... These are all heavy cruisers. Do I still have... No, everything else is still in repair at this point. Yamashiro had her rudder jumped as well. But it looks like Yamamoto might be able to sally forth. We've got 28 destroyers, 8 light cruisers. I'm tempted to Tulsa is at 95%, right? I am somewhat tempted to take 2 of the old carriers out. No, I really want to build this up as a second group, so they do have some cruisers by now. Okay, we'll take carrier group 1, who is currently operating in Kanto, and I think honestly, I think the situation with the Americans is slightly under control at this point. What does our intelligence tell us? The port strikes are doing a number on things. So I am almost thinking of... okay, let's work our way down south. We'll start over here. And we will move, once again, we will move to our base in Palau. And see if we can catch some of these American forces. So we're going to get you over to Palau, and you'll be on strike force duty. Who do we have for the first fleet? Actually, the first fleet needs the right insignia as well. Who do we have on strike force? Assigned which region? Yeah, this should do. So. Just one region active. Which one is it? Oh, they're just active up north here. Okay, so I want them to be here, but I would like them to be active in these 2 regions from Palau. Let's keep it conservative and see if we can, and maybe in the Marianas, and let's see if we can catch some American troops there, because there is. Oh, and there's the French as well. Yeah. We'll give them through these 3 regions for now, and we'll see if we can catch something American, and then if we can sort these out, we might be able to move over and deal with the British force over in the Bay of Bengal. In the meantime, we'll just keep harassing them from the air. Okay. Am I starting to see... Where's my 5th Army troops? 5th Army divisions. Okay, they should be there not in 10 hours, and then we can start... Okay, these guys are... I'm going to have to temporarily... I don't know why they keep returning there, but I'm going to... No. Stop that all. Okay, I'm going to get these 3 set up temporarily on a fallback line here, just to make sure that we're holding that for these 3 divisions. And... oh, we've actually engaged someone here. Okay, let's see if we can wipe these out. Australian troops. We've got Australians as well. Everybody's here, isn't there? Everybody's here. These guys look like they're moving up north. So let's see if we can cut them off. And yeah, we've got French tanks here, which is not great. So we really need the 5th Army to make their way across. And then they can assist. Do I have any air that I can use to assist here? There's nothing in the air actually, but I should be having something airish. Yeah, I've got a close air support. Let's get them moving over to Hong Kong, and get them to do close air support in the southern China region. Okay, that should assist with wiping these guys out. These are all done. So I'm just going to get these to move there. Okay, so I can, at this point, I don't think I need the 1st Army here. I might move the 1st Army... this is all impossible. Do I need the 1st... I mean... I can get the 1st Army to just assist with the strike here, honestly. So let's sort out the front lines. So we're going to get the 1st Army to take over the eastern part. So we reduce the front line, and then the 1st Army gets the... okay, not all of it, because I have some people who are having business up north. But these parts, except for you... are going to get a front line here and sort that out. Okay, and that's 17 divisions, and then they can go. Nope, I want you to have an offensive line as well. Okay. Can we declare war on Bhutan just yet? How long is that still going to take? 5 more days. Yeah, it's slow going because there's just literally so much stuff happening. This looks like we might almost be pushed out of it. Let's see. Let's see how things go. Yeah, okay, we're starting to see the British are spreading, which is not good. So the Fifth Army is going to have to start moving and start moving quickly, because we have to contain this incursion here as quickly as we can before the British are getting any kind of funny ideas, really. Okay. Yeah, we are positive on fuel, which is good. And where is Yamamoto? Why is Carrier Group 1 still docked in Kanto? I thought I told you to move over to Palau. Yeah, so Carrier Group 1 move over to Palau. Because these are the groups that I want to wipe out if I get the chance, honestly. So let's get his battle group over there. We do have two Mogami class cruisers. I don't know what happened to their names, but refits seem to be messing up the names quite severely. So but we have smaller American units moving here. We've lost 3 convoys, but we have managed to sink another 2 American submarines. They will run out of submarines at some point. Yep, there's another 3 submarines gone. And we might be losing some troops here, honestly, from moving the Fifth Army across, but these are losses that we'll just have to live with. Yeah, obviously now we're back out of fuel because we are moving Yamamoto around in the countryside. That's the problem with the once he's actually managed to get to Palau, it should be a little bit better if he doesn't move too much. So yeah, because we are going to have to build up a little bit of a fuel reserve. Okay, these guys are landing more and more troops here. I think it's wise that I was pulling the Fifth Army off this, because okay, these guys can just go through here. This is, you can go to yeah, just keep going, honestly. But yeah, you can go to that front line and then just keep going along the railway lines here and see what you can capture. Oh, they are reconnecting. That's not what we wanted. Let's see if we can get them cut off here. And you are actually... Which army do you belong to? You belong to the Second Army. Oh, I somehow managed to get one unit that shouldn't be there into the First Army. So in that case, we'll just redesignate you, and then you two are part of the Second Army and are actually currently just busy segmenting these troops apart here. I can get you to help clean up. And just making sure that we're not getting detached. The Siamese Empire. No. I don't need your guns. Honestly, I'm good. We've sunk another American submarine. They will be running out of submarines at some point, and we've lost a submarine. That's what are these? Destroyers. And we've lost another submarine south here. We've lost another 2 submarines against this British battle group, and they've just done damage to convoys, but nothing else. Yeah, our submarine losses are mounting in the Indian Ocean theater. I am going to stop them from operating in the Bay of Bengal, and just concentrate on these regions here, and yeah, because that might be That might be better because we are really running low on submarines here. Okay, we've got another spotting in the Philippine Sea. Not sure what it was, but where's Yamamoto? Where's old man Yamamoto? That's carrier group 2. Where's carrier group 1? Carrier group 1 is moving to. Where are they exactly? Show me where they are. They're here. Okay, so they're making their way over to Palau, and I think that should be powerful enough to deal with most things. Okay, but I am at this point worried about this incursion here. Definitely worried about it. We'll see if we can cut them off from the port, because that would be a good first operation. And we should be able to get these Australian troops cleared up, but they have pushed us back into the peninsula, and yeah, the 5th Army is coming in, but it is a race against time from this incursion here. Okay, and this is not working as expected. There we are. This should be okay. So now we should be able to just push into that and try to get that British unit wiped out. Oh, they actually do have some troops here. We have. How far along are they in terms of capitulation? Actually, the British Raj is 97% capitulated. They're not going to be fighting an awful lot longer, to be honest. So let's get one unit here to cut them off, and these guys can make themselves useful and cut them off there, and then like that. No, go there, and no, go there. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button. That's why. Then wipe them out. Okay, this is clearing up here. Okay. So I think the British Raj is going to fall reasonably soon. Here we just have to... Oh, we've lost our front line. That's confusing. I am literally just going to give you a new one. Or rather, extend this one. Oh, because it's a front line against the Raj, that's why. So we need a... Okay, yeah. Because it's per country. Okay, so you are 3rd Army. You're going to get a new front line. And that's that one. No. I want it against all of that, yes. So all of you go to that front line. You sort that out. And that means I have to just reassign some units that I had on rearguard duty here. You are 2nd Army. What are you doing over here? Well, make yourself useful and cut across, I guess, and then try to join up with the rest and the gang on the other side. You just do what you need to do. This attack is not happening because it's going across a river, but you can also move here to just cage them in, or here, I guess, and then attack them from there. Okay. And yeah, these units, you literally just go capture that bit, so I don't need to mess with it. We need to take that off the British, honestly, because that's annoying. But here, what is it looking like? Yeah, we've wiped them all out, so I can get the majority of the 4th Army. Let's see, we're going to get you guys. We've already got 7 divisions for the southern strike, so I can get you guys, no, not you, get you guys over here already, and then you guys, and these 2 6 divisions, we'll move them up north here, and the same is holding true for these 3. Okay, and then we've got them ready to follow on once we have a beachhead. Naval invasions are still ongoing, I presume. 12 days out of 19, and this is 10 days out of 14. Okay. And yeah, Fifth Army needs to get there, needs to get a move on. They need to get here pronto, because Siam Task Force 2. Okay. Are they helping us? I am not certain, but we've got Americans, so if they want to make themselves useful, then they are completely welcome. Okay, Yamamoto needs to get to Palau. We've engaged a bunch of destroyers, and we've done a bit of damage, but not an awful lot. So that's Yamamoto's force. He needs to get into Palau, and then hopefully take on some of these American groups. Okay, we've got the 1940 carrier hull finished. Let's have a very quick look, and I think that's the last thing we're going to be doing for today. Let's have a very quick look at the. Let's see if we can design that. Meanwhile, I did have a actually, haha, demand into China. Boink. Let's see if that happens. What do we need to research? Where are we actually? We do need to get the. We also need to build a couple more refineries, I believe, because I think we have one at the moment. So this is mildly wasted. Do we have? Yeah, we've got all these researches happening. I am going to keep. What's my research right now? Yeah, I'm going to keep maybe 2 on naval, because I definitely have a lot of tech here that needs to be done. So we've got the carriers. Let's have a quick look on what if we need to research anything to make these. So 1940 carrier hull, and how much naval XP we need in order to make that happen, obviously. So we are going to go with hangar space. I don't think we're going to have enough. More hangar space, more hangar space, and more hangar space, and that's already 20. Yeah, we're going to need a little bit more. We can fit some AA, but it might be worth researching dual purpose secondary battery, because that would give us 120mm dual purpose guns. Takes 50 days. It's not awful long. Cruisers. Okay. Wouldn't they be firing at the air? Sort of. Weird. Okay. Because we do need to. Oh, these are just improvements. We have a lot of other things that we want to research. Obviously, we could get better destroyers, and I am thinking of given how urgently we need them, or we could do the cruisers as well. But yes, that's what I wanted to check. We have we're doing the cruiser modernization right now. We're doing the cruiser modernization, 37 days left. This gives us 300% research bonus for light cruiser models. So we could definitely go ahead with some light cruisers. So what are we going to research then? We could get an armor improvement that would just unlock level 3 armor, honestly, which we don't need for the carriers. We get better torpedoes, a lot of technology. We still have to do the magnetic detonators. There's a lot of stuff that we need to do. I think I'm going to look at the 1940 cruiser hull and see if we can get ourselves a couple of cruisers going. That's what we're going to be doing next. All right. So all in all, we are now fighting a 2-front war. We have encountered the British in the Indian Ocean. We're still fighting the Americans in the Pacific, and we are moving. And right now it looks like we're gaining. We just need to manage to dominate the seas. That's it for today. Thanks everybody, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.